He has an ad in the Blythe, California buy, sell, and trade group, and he's asking, says, "Hello, I am currently located in Blythe, California, seeking any help due to me being homeless. I am located around the Albertsons area, which is a grocery store there. Clothes, homeless vouchers, etc. If anyone can help, DM me. God bless and have a wonderful day." So he gets a lot of people just want to go on there and troll him. Do this, don't do that. I mean, just like lecturing him like he's homeless. He don't need all this. Somebody offered him, an apartment, and they want all this money for a background check and blah 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 and proof of income. Hello, he's homeless. So I left a message. Says, can you meet me at Albertsons around 9 a.m. Monday? I have a backpack I made up with a variety of stuff: food, some clothes, a blanket, medical supplies, Um, and I have a pair of boots that are size 9. I wear 11. They were my dad's, so held on to them, but they don't fit me. Um, Anything specific that would help, let me know so I can add it to the bag. Max Jones, you have a phone number, message it to me. Do you have animals? Need animal food? Let me know. Anything that would help the most. So 9 a.m. Albertsons in Blythe, California. Let me know, and I'll see you Monday morning at 9 a.m. Then I also sent him a email message through, well, not an email message. It was a message through Facebook, and it had my phone number and stuff, so he can reach out to me. Um, I go over there to get groceries, so probably won't be too hard to find. I do see some homeless people there outside of Albertsons when I go, and I made this guy up a nice backpack. I had an extra backpack, and I filled it up with some socks, some boxers, some t-shirts, towel, washcloth, hygiene products, a little bit of food, um, stuff like that. Anybody else wants to donate any funds to him, you can cash that to me, and I will get the cash out of my cash app in the morning and give that to him as well. My cash app is in my description of the video, and I will stream this whenever I give him the bag tomorrow. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I know it's late. My sleep schedule is so whacked out because it's just so hot during the day. It's like 110 degrees. Um, Plus, like, I mean, it was like, it's been 117, 118, and it's just like brutal during the day. So I get a lot of stuff done in the morning and the evening, and I sleep from like 11 to 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So like my bedtime is like noonish till like 5 or 6 in the afternoon, in the evening, and then I stayed. Yeah, I got a whacked out sleep schedule. My cat's even like, she's here laying down right beside Mia. Mia, you good girl? Huh? My 21-year-old kitty cat. She's my baby. You good girl. Yes. You good girl. She likes to bite me. She'll just come up and like bite me right in the arm and then run off. It's funny. It's cute. You're such a good girl. Yes. Yeah. So. So I'm gonna go give this guy a backpack tomorrow with a bunch of stuff I made up for him, some extra camping supplies, food, some clothes, a blanket. I'm gonna give him a pair of boots that were my dad's. They're too small for me. I've been just hanging on to them, so I'm gonna give them those. They're waterproof and stuff, so they'll help him out. Like I said, if anybody wants to donate any cash for me to give to him in the morning, send it to my Cash App, and I will withdraw it in the morning and make sure he gets that. And my Cash App's in the description of the video. I don't do any of my, I have two other channels. One has like 2,000 subscribers, and one has a little over 5,000 subscribers, and one's a travel, camping, RV, van life, you know, channel, and then the other one is a variety of van life, jewelry and rocks that I find, and jewelry that I make, and stuff that I sell that are gem and rock related, and then I have a third channel, which is this channel, which I made up because one of the missing posters for a girl that I've been putting flyers up for about 2 years now. Um, there's reason to believe that she might have joined a cult. She left her van and everything at the campsite with her mother, and she took a little backpack with a stove, a pot, and two or three changes of clothes. In her van, she left all her jewelry, her ID, her credit cards, her cell phone, um, pretty much everything. She left a pistol or rifle that she carried in her van, um, and she just disappeared. And I talked to a friend of hers, and who lives in Colorado. And about a month before she disappeared, her name's Samantha Atnip. I have a flyer up in my community page, and she's on NamUs, and her number to look her up is on there. But the cops aren't really investigating it. Anyways, let me get back to it. I talked to her friend who lives in Colorado, and she said her friend, about a month before she disappeared, sent her a package and had rocks that she had found, like herself, and a little letter. In the letter, it said that she wasn't going to be able to talk to her for a while, but she was going to be okay, and that she loved her and not to worry about her. And then a month later, she disappeared. I've checked out some of the different cults, like 12 Tribes and stuff like that. I got led. Her friend told me that she always talked about Scientology and the science and stuff behind it. She's like a real science nerd. And that's how I found Scientology and the protests and all that about 6 months, it's going 7 months ago now. And I heard the stories and watched the videos of like Serge and Laura and Aaron, and what they went through as children growing up in this horrible situation that they all grew up under, and the atrocities that they went through. It's just horrible, and it broke my heart. And I want to get out there. I do want to protest. I'm about 3.5 hours from LA. I am, when I go to the VA hospital either once a month or every other month in LA, and they do blood work and stuff because they just want to check, make sure everything's going to go with the medication and stuff I'm taking. But I'm going to go down there and put up some missing flyers for Samantha around the Scientology building. I've tried to call Scientology to see if she's a member, and it's like, it's private. Like, they can't give out information on their members. And I'm like, well, this person's, listed as a missing person, and the police are looking for her, and, explain to them and give them the report number and where they could find it, and they still won't talk to me, which I think is bullshit. Like, the whole thing that Scientology does, they hide people, and that's a, major problem I have too, and I think that's one way that we can get at them, and that's why I literally make tons of phone calls every week to like the FBI, the IRS, and Washington and stuff like that, because when they're bringing these people from other countries and they're putting them in like the blue building and stuff down in LA, like, and they're not allowed, I mean, they're vanning them, busing them, vanning them from place to place, and they're not allowed, they hold their passports, their ID, which is very illegal. um you know I've been stopped in LA and didn't have my ID on me, and it's a big deal. Like, you can go to jail for that. Like, as an adult, you're supposed to have an ID and carry it. Like, I know it seems like bullshit and it violates your constitutional rights, but I mean, that's the law. And then for Scientology to take all these people's IDs, passports, visas, and hold them in a central location where the individual don't have access to them, that scares them enough that they don't want to leave because they don't have their proper documents. So they can't. They might, them not knowing the laws here, feel like they can't go to the police and be like, yeah, I'm being held here, and they won't give me my IDs back, and then if you got corrupt, if, well, you have corrupt LAPD officers that aren't doing anything to help them, they feel even more discouraged. So I think mixed with that and a lot of other things, that's why people are afraid to leave Scientology, and that's why I say, tell people, you know, I call all the time, call the FBI, call the immigration services, call the IRS, make these complaints, and if you call enough, eventually, I got a call back the one day, and they wanted to know about the holding of passports and IDs, and I wasn't in, I don't have enough information and to give them what they were looking for. And I kind of told them, different people, by their YouTube page that they could, reach out to that would have more information on that. Whether they do or not, I don't know. But everybody else, if you guys call those people too, like, and just pester the fuck out of them, eventually, they will call you back. And like I said, I do have a number for the FBI. Um, this one agent, he's in charge of the missing people and stuff like that. If anybody wants that phone number, I would be glad to give it to you. Yeah, she did run for some reason. Your Urea. Um, but like, they wouldn't have mailed her a new ID because her name is flagged under NCIC. So like, if they would do a check, if she was stopped by the police, it comes up that she is a missing person and stuff like that. So, but like I said, the police, they could care less, because I went and give them an updated flyer that her father had made, and the police office that is actually investigating her case, which is La Paz County, Arizona, they they don't even seem to care. Like, and then about 6 weeks ago, there was a girl that went missing, and for some reason her 911 call got dispatched to Palm Springs, and she was explaining where she was stuck at, and she was actually in the Arizona side, down in south of the one national park, just south of Quartzsite. But everything that she describes on the 911 call, 3.5 weeks later, her family went there after they were able to get the 911 call, found her car, and then 2 weeks later they found her body about 500 yards from the car. Whether there's foul play, they're saying it's accidental. I feel I don't. Just from reading what I heard and what I read, she was scared the last week or so of her life, and she might have been in some things that aren't so legal involving drugs and stuff like that. Hard, like, real drugs like crystal meth, fentanyl, stuff like that. And whether she owed people money or whatnot, I don't know. But the cops have reported that there's no foul play and it was an accidental death. Yeah, and then also the 12 tribes. It's a cult, and they own like the yellow delis. There's one in San Diego. There's one in Colorado. There's some on the East Coast, and they seem to position these delis and hostels that they own along long distance hiking trails, like the Pacific Crest Trail, the Appalachian Trail, the Continental Divide Trail. And what you do when you go to these hostels, I actually stayed in one of their hostels one time when I was hiking a section of the Appalachian Trail about 12 years ago, before any of this stuff, like, well, it was about 14 years ago, before any of this stuff came to light, that I didn't know about this kind of stuff. And I had 12 tribes, they're like, oh yeah, you can come live on our farm, and we have farms all over the country, and it's like a commune. And the police in Quartzsite, Arizona actually had to go this past year and get like 3 or 4 girls that they had recruited from here during the rock and gem show that happens every year, where every winter like 500,000 people come to where I am. And like right now the population is like 3,000, but in fall winter time it's like 500,000 people come from Canada all over the country, and they camp in all the BLM land around the town. And it's like the big rock and gem show, which has been going on for 30 plus years, a long time. And people come to that festival and to buy rocks and gems, and see all the different booths and displays. And but 12 tribes have been here the last couple of years recruiting, and there was some girls that were reported missing, and the police actually went to where the 12 tribes, there's a local commune that they have within 150 miles of here. It's like a farm, and they had these girls there, and the cops went and got them. And they don't even report about this stuff. It's 12 tribes is another cult slash religion. They've been raided by the FBI multiple times, and no charges pursued. Um, and like you'll go to the farmers markets and you'll see the 12 tribes booth where they're selling fresh vegetables and stuff like that, and you always see, it's weird, like, because you always see the adults and they'll have the boys there, but you never see the young girls and stuff that they have that as children at any. They'll have like little boys running around, but they never have the female children brought to the farmers markets and stuff that they sell their stuff at. And there's quite a few they go to. There's like at the Prescott, they have a farmers market, and I know they set a booth up at that one. And I've gone to them and asked questions about Samantha, and they like swore to me that she wasn't on any of their farms, or I called them compounds, and they got pissed off. But I was like, they swore to me that they don't have her. And when I go like to the Rainbow like Nationals and stuff, I'm gonna go, and you see 12 tribes there. I'm waiting to see a Scientology at a Rainbow gathering, trying to like recruit people like that. I don't even think they have the guts to like go to one of those. There wouldn't be enough protection for them, because you're out in the middle of the forest, and there's no security, there's no whatever. And the 12 tribes, they do it because they have more of a hippie center culture, and so they blend in more. Scientology, they wouldn't blend in well at like the rainbow gatherings. Um, that's just my opinion. I've never seen them at a rainbow gathering. I've seen 12 tribes and some other cults slash communes, offering people, free living, do your part, you'll have a place to live, and, come work, work for our cause, and, 12 tribes is really religious based, but mostly off the Old Testament, where they believe that, men are supreme beings, and, the women are to answer to men, and basically reproduce, and so they can grow their religion, and that's what they want. They want young male and female couples to join and to replicate and have more children and to join their tribe. It's pretty sad. What the fuck are you streaming, dude? What do you mean, what am I streaming? If you've listened to anything, you know what I'm streaming. Um, I said I'm going tomorrow to take a backpack to a guy that posted an ad on Facebook under the Blythe, California buy and sell and trade. Here's his ad right here. Um, he's homeless. A lot of people are giving him shit, which is bullshit. People, hello, my name. Hello, I'm currently located in Blythe, California, seeking any help to being homeless. I am located around the Albertsons area, which is a grocery store over there. Clothes, homeless vouchers, etc. If anyone can help, DM me, and God bless, and have a wonderful day. So I'm gonna take. I made a bag. I have an extra backpack, and I put together some stuff: clothes, hygiene products, towels, a blanket, sheet. I'm gonna give him a pair of my dad's boots that are size 9. I wear size 11. Like, they don't fit me. I've just kept them because they're my father's. He passed away, and I've had them, but they're still nice boots, and I'm gonna give him those boots. And some other things, and I'm gonna give him a little bit of money. I don't have a lot of money. I get paid once a month from the VA, and my money's pretty much tapped out for this month. But I said if anybody did want to donate through my Cash App, I will withdraw the money and give it to him in the morning. And I'm gonna stream whenever I go to drop off the backpack and try to find him in the morning. But that's all. That's what I'm streaming, dude. So thank you for the subscription, Johnny. I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, there's not much more I can do for the guy, I mean, there's people on here like, oh, we have a trailer for rent for $400 a month, but you have to pay this much money for a credit check and have proof of income and all that stuff. And I'm like, the guy's homeless. Like, you don't have all that stuff. Like, are you willing to help him? Like, give him, if it's just sitting there, no one's living in it, maybe, in this park, why don't you, like, let him stay there and give him some work to do, and maybe he could, be a maintenance slash whatever, kind of job, and do some things to earn his keep, instead of, wanting money. It's not always, everybody says there's so many jobs out there. Oh, you can make $20 an hour working at fast food, but they're not even hiring. Like, you go to Burger King, like, in the town I'm at, which is like 20 miles from Blythe, and you go into Burger King, and yeah, they pay good money, but they're so understaffed. It's not fast food anymore. They have one person working out front, one person working the whole kitchen. And I remember, before or 2020 before the V, you know, they'd have, 10 or 12 people working on a normal shift, and now they only got three at, almost any fast food place you go into, except the ones in the bigger cities like LA and stuff. But all these fast food places out here, where, like I said before, they'd have, 8+ people working a shift, a couple of people up front, a couple of people in the kitchen, somebody cleaning, doing that kind of stuff. And now it's like they got like three people, very understaffed, and very long wait for your food. And your order is usually 90% of the time screwed up, and they just don't. And that's their response for having to pay so much for minimum wage now, is they don't hire enough people to do the job correctly. But that that's what is going on with that. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to help, like I said, what I'm gonna do, and if anybody wants to help, send it to my Cash App, or my Zelle is, that'd be a pain in the butt. Just like I said, my Cash App, I'll withdraw the money and give it to them as well. And like I said, I'm gonna videotape tomorrow whenever I find the guy, and he's putting this story out there, so I'm pretty sure he won't have a problem, with me videotaping. Um, Everybody have a good night. Remember, what we are, a lot of us are trying to do with Scientology. Remember, hashtag kids cannot consent. That's like the main thing, is the kids and the elderly, you know. And I mean, who's getting Scientology? Like, these people that are over 62, 65, they used to get $46 a week, but when they turn 62 or 65 and they retire, they're entitled to SSI, Social Security. And what is that? 12, 13, 1400 a month. Um, who's getting that money? Are they getting that check, or are they getting the check and having to give the money to Scientology now? Or it's just so many questions that are unanswered, and that's why I call and complain. And people say, well, why do you call them and complain to the FBI and the IRS and the Department of Justice and all that in Washington? And I'm like, they're the ones that do it. Same way with the swatting. They actually have a separate FBI division for swatting, because so many people were getting killed and stuff by police officers for swatting. And part of the job of the FBI is to investigate corrupt police divisions and stations. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised that the FBI aren't investigating LAPD, and eventually, if we possibly see indictments dropped and LAPD officers being arrested and stuff for the corrupt shit that they're doing. It's complicated, but there is a lot of shit that they're doing that's illegal. And it's just like the permits. And did they get a permit to replace those bricks going down the middle of L. Ron Hubbard Way? You need permits for that. And all those flower pots that are placed around, which I heard are going to be removed, but like I was saying, somebody needs to call the permit division and be like, if you can't get out your passenger door, you have to get out the driver's door. So how does somebody in a wheelchair or handicap get out the passenger side of their vehicle when you open the door and you can't open your door because there's a 1,500-pound planter box there, But if that's true, that they're going to be removing all them, that is awesome. I mean, that costed them a couple $100,000 to put all them out there, and that's great just to see them wasting money like that. But so anyways, everybody, please add, this channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get this one built up. I got two other channels, one with 2,000 subs around, and another one with about 5,000 subs. I privated the one because I don't want, when I started doing this shit against Scientology, I didn't want them striking that channel, and because I got videos on there that are 10 years old that I don't have copies of, and I'm actually in the process of downloading all the videos off that channel so I have copies of them. That way, if I do lose my channel, I'll have copies of those videos and stuff. And some of those videos, they just can't be replaced. Some of them are, me camping with friends that are no longer here anymore, and I want to get all those videos and stuff off before I make that channel unprivate again, in case I get it struck down, which, because you can lose your channel at any time for any reason. My battery is running low. Why is my battery running low? That's weird. Let me plug it back in this way. There, it's plugged in. Should be charging. Let me see here. Say hi, Mia. What are you doing, girl? My baby. You laying down beside Daddy. Alright, let me look here. See if I can figure out why this isn't charging. %, was 100% until I got up tonight, so it was charging, and stopped charging. Is it charging right now? Let me pull this cord out again and see if it's actually charging. No. Now it's charging. Alright, let's do this. Battery saver. Best performance. Turn that off. I turn that off because that might be what to do with my power charging. So, alright, let's see if that works. Alright, so anyways, here's the guy. Channel actions, channel activity. Yeah, I don't have any mods on any of my channels. Plankish joined 4 months ago, has no subscribers. Asked me what the fuck I was streaming. And he said, hola. Maybe it was just being sarcastic. But, yep. Alright, well, y'all have a good evening. Like I said, I'll put my Cash App in the description, and if anybody wants to help out between now and the morning, I will make sure I withdraw all the money and give it to him directly, minus whatever the bank charges, fees. It's like $5, $4, $3.50, $5. Everything out here is ridiculous price. Like McDonald's, get this, like I put a video on it. I went and got a fish sandwich at McDonald's, and it was $7 for the sandwich, and then I got a fish sandwich with lettuce. And my bill was like $11 something. I'm like, I just got a fish sandwich, and they're like, oh, lettuce is $2.89. I was like, what? And I was like, why is everything so expensive at this McDonald's? And they're like, oh, this is considered a traveling McDonald's, so things are more expensive. Because just a regular cheeseburger is like $3.69. It's ridiculous, but they don't do anybody any favors, you know. It's it's a traveling McDonald's. So if you live here, I'm like, so what? Why don't you like card people if they're year-round residents? You know, charge them like half normal prices or whatever. So, but of course, you know they don't. Yeah, say hi. Say hi to everybody. Good girl. Oh baby, she's 21. She loves being her belly being rubbed. She's a very one person cat. Like no one else can pet her like pretty much at all. See how she gets with me. She won't like most of the time. She's just playing and she's just not really biting. Because if anybody knows, a cat can just draw blood with like one little bite. But all right, y'all have a good day, and I hope you have a good week and it starts off good. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And you know, I'll be watching, following streams like I always do. And um, I'm getting ready to go on this trip to. I'm going to LA to drop my cat off at my friend's house, and they're gonna babysit my cat for a couple weeks. And I'm heading from there. I'm gonna hang out in LA for a couple of days. Um, I want to go down and put some flyers up at the Scientology building for Samantha and some other flyers that I printed out. Um, and then also I'll probably go fishing down at Santa Monica Pier. I've caught some pretty nice fish down there at the pier. Shrimp, using shrimp as bait, or I'll catch like little shad or whatever they are with my little fishing pole, and then cut them or use them as live bait and use those for bait. You don't need any fishing license to fish off the piers in Los Angeles along the coast. You need a fishing license everywhere else except on the piers. So if you're on the beach and you're fishing, you need a fishing license. But if you go on the pier, like to the end of like Santa Monica Pier where they have the fishing areas and stuff, and they have like, you know, little tables where you can cut up your bait and stuff like that. You do not need a license to fish there, and you know it's a good way to spend the day. You know, it's fun, relaxing. Play your music. You know, take a chair with you. I got this little metal cart that folds out, and I put my fishing gear and stuff in there, because I can't carry a lot of weight because of my arm and shoulder issues, and you know, I got, when I was in the army, I got hit with a piece of frag in my neck, and I got shot pretty much I got shot in 2004 in my right leg, which wasn't a major thing, but the main injuries I got was in 2009 when I got hit with the frag in the neck, and I got shot in the left leg. And when I got shot in the left leg, I actually had to have pins and a rod put in because it hit the bone and just like shattered it. So my left leg swells up a lot. It's pretty fucked up. What happens is my legs and my arm, they'll swell up so bad, and I get blisters and they turn into like lesions, like, because they'll swell beyond, it can't swell no more. And about 3 weeks ago, I spent like almost 2 weeks in bed because my left leg was swelled up so bad I couldn't even bend my ankle, is how bad it was swelled up. It was just horrible. But it is what it is. At least, you know, I'm alive. I may be 40 is what it is. So, um, y'all have a good day. And like I said, if anybody wants to donate to Max Jones, send to my Cash App, and I'll make sure he gets that in the morning as well with what I'm going to give him. Everybody have a good day, good week. Peace out.